We're all going to the World Fair reaction and commentary video. I make this video because I was so impressed with I Saw the TV Glow, which was the follow-up movie to this movie. We're all going to the World Fair. I go into this knowing nothing about what this movie is, except that apparently it's a horror movie. But apparently I Saw the TV Glow was also a horror movie. But it was not a horror movie, it was a science fiction movie, so I'm thinking this is probably going to be a science fiction movie as well. Based on the movie I Saw the TV Glow, I'll be watching everything this director makes until this director makes a dud. I haven't been this interested in a director since maybe Christopher Nolan, but then he let me down. Or before that, since, what's his name? Zack Snyder. I was really thinking that he was going to be a great director. Or Darren Aronofsky. I thought he was going to be amazing. This movie, We're All Going to the World's Fair, is an hour and 25 minutes, so it should be pretty easy to watch. Okay, so the movie starts out with a girl apparently looking at her computer screen. The audience, we would be the computer screen, so she's looking at us. And immediately it strikes me that the background, there's a lot of neon kind of colored things, very bright colors, which reminds me of I Saw the TV Glow. And just like that movie, she's looking at us, the audience. She makes eye contact with the camera. She's like a 16-year-old girl. She looks sad and lonely because she's all alone. There's no sound, there's no like music or anything. And she turns the lights off, and she's got those glow-in-the-dark stars on her ceiling. So she says, "Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Tonight right now I'm gonna be doing the World's Fair Challenge." And then she introduces her stuffed animal, which I guess so just in case you didn't know, she was a kid. Maybe she's 12 for all I know. And then she looks at us, meaning the screen, and she says, "I want to go to the World's Fair 3 times." And then she cuts her finger and she starts bleeding. And then her face starts glowing in all different types of colors, meaning she's watching something. She's watching a video on her TV. I mean computer, I shouldn't have said TV. Computer. She's watching something on her computer. And then there's the opening credits, and it's a bunch of barren sort of urban landscapes, an empty Toys R Us parking lot, a highway with only a few cars. But notably, it says written, edited, and directed by Jane Schoenbrunn. So this lady wrote, edited, and directed this movie, as well as I Saw the TV Glow, which is very impressive to me. So they're saying that the World Fair Challenge is the internet's scariest challenge. And then she's watching videos of people who did the World Fair Challenge and how they're getting all screwed up in the head. And I'm getting the idea that a theme I'm already seeing is that we're so isolated and alienated from each other that the only way we can bond is through some sick game. On the internet, no less. Some masochistic game that people can kind of relate to each other through. And then she puts on one World Fair guy's YouTube thing where he says, "I can't feel my body." And he's jogging on a treadmill and he's slapping himself. And then she watches another video of a girl, a pretty girl, and it's called "I Am Turning Into Plastic." And the girl looks like very shiny and like overly made up. So what's already cool about this movie is the isolation feeling is super strong, because there's been no interaction between anybody so far in 15 minutes, in the first 15 minutes of the movie. This isn't the kind of movie you can watch with your friends when you're partying or drinking. It's not a popcorn movie. It's more of like a deeper art movie, right? And I generally don't enjoy those movies because they generally suck. But if they don't suck, then I do watch them, and I like them especially. So here's hoping. And to any wannabe filmmakers out there, this movie, because there's, at least so far, 20 minutes in, because there's no interaction, there are no two people who have interacted. That makes it remarkably easy to film. Very uncostly because you don't have to coordinate actors to show up at the same time. So the girl just says she's going to record herself sleeping. That's the update at 20 minutes. Then she changes her mind and she shuts her laptop, which was recording her, and she puts on her toque and a winter jacket because it's cold. I guess she's planning on going outside. So she goes outside, starts walking with a blue neon lantern. And I gotta say, even if this movie turns out to be crap, it's very well filmed. She walks through the woods to a shed and opens it with a padlock. I include all these details thinking they might come in handy later. And then she takes out a machine gun in the shed. There's a machine gun. Now, I know this isn't going to happen, but it would be very funny if the climax of this movie is that she uses the machine gun to blow everybody away at the World Fair. So I'm 1/3 through the movie, and so far so good. I actually find it refreshing that we're 25 minutes into the movie, and we don't know what her name is. We haven't been introduced to her parents. We don't know anything. So she tries to go to sleep in the shed while watching a video of somebody on YouTube, basically, saying, it's okay, go to sleep, relax, have good dreams. I guess that's how she goes to sleep. And then all of a sudden it's replaced with a video of her. And I guess her name is Casey. Okay, so her name is Casey. And it's this distorted, ugly picture of her looking at her computer screen. And then just like on the screen right now, you see it says, I need to talk to you. It starts flashing, you are in trouble. And then it says, I need to talk to you. So then she does a Skype with the guy that wrote that to her. And I know it's Skype because it goes boom, 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 boom before she calls. And he's like, yeah, I didn't mean to scare you, I just needed to get your attention. And then dude says, the World Fair Challenge, it does really crazy things to people that you wouldn't believe. And she says to him that she feels like she's turning into a different person during the Skype call. Then we see things from the perspective of the guy who's just talking to her, I assume. And he's some middle-aged guy, like my age, 47. And he's lying in bed watching videos about people who have done the World Fair Challenge. Oh, okay, so this is interesting. At 39 minutes into the movie, so dude, as I said, dude is watching videos of people who did the challenge. And the one dude that he's watching has all these green marks on his arm. And then he digs into his arm and he pulls out a ticket to the World Fair. It says admit one. There's 3 so far. Let's see how many more there are. 4, 5. Maybe it's an endless amount of tickets. And then some little 16-year-old dude does the World's Fair Challenge, and then he gets pulled into his laptop, which is reminiscent of the movie I Saw the TV Glow, where the guy tries to climb into his TV. And then there's some girl who looks like Meatloaf, wearing wings and giving weird looks to the screen. What I really like about this movie is that it doesn't tell you anything, so you have to figure it out for yourself. So I give a lot of details which might not be important at all, or they might be very important. So again, she films herself sleeping, live, I guess, on YouTube. Yeah, it's fun. It's like you're a detective when you watch this movie. Okay, so the dude who had contacted her and said that she was in danger, he's watching her while she sleeps, as she's live streaming herself sleeping, right? And so, like at 4:30 a.m. during her filming of herself sleeping, she opens her eyes and has this hideous smile, which is actually pretty creepy. And I know this is a mean thing to say, but the writer, director, editor Jane Shone Boone. I think she's like a lesbian or a trans person. But I think it's interesting because this movie, as well as the other movie, I Saw the TV Glow, um, a major theme of these two movies seems to be not feeling like you're in your own skin, right? Like a lack of knowing who you are, which seems like part of the whole sexuality dilemma that some people go through. I mean, personally, I've never gone through a sexuality dilemma. Like, I think penises are disgusting. I'm only attracted to women. Even if I was in jail for 1,000 years, I don't think I'd have sex with a man. So, like, I'm pretty firm on my sexual identity. But it seems that people who are not, or confused, people who are confused about their sexual identity tend to say, they don't feel, like they belong in their own body, in their own skin, kind of thing. I think they often get tattoos and piercings and all sorts of things to try to assert their identity, right? I think, and I know it's insulting to gay people or trans people, but it seems like there's a serious identity problem going on, on a deeper level. Yeah, so if you think this video is pretty slow, I mean, it's a slow movie though. So the next scene, she does like a little dance video on YouTube, and then she just starts screaming in the middle of it, like in a really weird way. And for some reason her hands are all orange, and I'm thinking it's just because they didn't... I just think it's because it's an amateur movie. I think it's just a mistake they made when they made the movie. And then it's followed by her visiting a graveyard. This is really not an easy movie to do a reaction video to. But it is refreshing to watch a movie where the creator doesn't hold your hand, and the creator, you have to, as a viewer, you have to do the work yourself. You have to do not all the work. You have to do a little bit of work though. You have to pay attention. You can't be texting on your phone when you're watching this movie, because you could miss crucial elements along the way. And then the main character says, "I swear, one day I'm just going to disappear and nobody will have any idea what happened to me." Which goes with the theme that this director seems to be going with, which is just absolute isolation, alienation, and a feeling of having no part in the world. Which is pretty cool. One confusing thing about this, which I don't think is intentional, is that the main character, her hair turns from black to brown. Her hair changes, like it's straight black in one scene, and then it's curly brown in another. And I think that it's probably just that, like, it's just so low budget that the actress was changing her hair at the time. So it seems that there's a secondary character who's going to be important. It's the 40-ish guy who wrote to her, "I need to talk to you, you're in danger." And he's just watching all her videos. So he seems to be the hero of the story. Or should I say her hero, like he's trying to help her. So 26 minutes left in the movie, and I gotta wonder, is there gonna be a world fair? Like, there has to be a world fair if that's the title. And speaking of the world fair, what the hell is a world fair? Is that where the whole world comes together and goes to a fair? Speaking of the world fair, it looks like she's going to somewhere that looks like a world fair, and there's police cars. So it makes me think the machine gun's gonna come in. Why would they have brought a machine gun in early in the movie? That's a foreshadowing, right? And then she puts on this neon face paint, and she films a YouTube video where she shows her favorite stuffed animal, and she goes, "His name is whatever, and I've had him since I was 5." And then she rips it up and just brutally just murders it. Yeah, so 13 minutes left in this movie, and it really didn't pick up steam. Like, the last 20 minutes has been a slog. So, I'm assuming there's gonna be a really cool ending. Okay, and so she calls him a pedo, and he flips out about that, and she says, like, don't ever message me again, you're a pedo. So now now more than ever, I have no idea what's going on. So there's 10 minutes left for this movie to, like, make some sense. Okay, and then it shows her face, and she says again, someday I swear I'm just gonna disappear, and nobody will have any idea what happened to me. 7 minutes left in the movie, there better be a big reveal. And guess what? 7 minutes left in the movie means like 4 minutes of credits, so there better be something cool happen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasted my time and your time. I'm gonna double check because I think I might have missed something, because currently I'm dealing with a crack dealer that lives above me, and he's been ruining my life all day. So I'll make sure. I'm gonna check what I missed. Okay, so the movie ends with the idea that the dude was just a pedo. And I'm 100% sure that this movie does not come together. Like, it's not worth watching. But I will look on Wikipedia and I will read I'll see if there's something that I missed. Okay, so I read the whole plot on Wikipedia and it makes no sense. Don't watch this movie and don't watch this video. Please like me. Please encourage me. Please comment on me. Please subscribe to me. Please notification bell. Thank you.